Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so these are all eggs I am going to eat right after this video with a can of beans. And the reason, tomato beans with scrambled eggs, holy moly, this wasn't too expensive, so quite happy with that. But as to where the theme is, do what you like, man. You should do something that you like that doesn't cost someone else's joy. Somewhere around that, doing a thing you like, even though it doesn't. No, doing a thing you like when you're. That makes sure it isn't something that is sort of having a negative impact on anyone else. But it also depends, right? Because you can be a lawyer, which is good if you want to help people, but it isn't going to help the counterpart, right? So there's a dilemma here. But do something that you like. I think we all can sort of set a moral barrier of what's right and wrong, or ethical barrier, but make sure that you do something that you like. I mean, it goes a long way, and that is how, that is essentially how extreme talents or talent is a different thing, but that is how, very successful people made their success, because they did what they liked, they loved, and because they liked and loved it, they did it a lot, they become good at it, and eventually they were able to make a life out of it. So do what you like, man. Do what you like. It isn't that, you can always sort of be realistic here and whatnot. I saw a video of a man called Ryan Gosling. He, spoke about the thing about being an actor. There's a 99.9% chance that nobody in the business of, or in the chase of becoming a actor will happen. There's a 99.9% of that happening. But they still all go to LA, Hollywood, and sort of try to do that dream, even though they probably know it won't work out. I mean, the reality of it is that it probably won't work out, but they still do it, right? Which is how do I say it? It's motivational, but it's something to be in awe of, going for what you sort of feel like you're meant to do, even though the society isn't built, or this sort of thing isn't built for you to thrive. They still do it. So I think we can learn a lot from those people who go for what they believe in, even though the chances are very small. They still do it. That's why sort of athletes and such are so, to watch, to look at, and whatever, right? Because there's some sort of feeling and drive from them that sort of tells you that you can do anything, right? Sure, it is very, very nice to hear and see that, and yeah, I have said do what you like, but at the same time, you have to be realistic. Go. I would say go for what you love, even though the chances are sort of very low. But there is a limit, right? Let's say Or is there a limit? Is there really a limit? I mean, there are people who have sort of got success from when they're a lot older, so, and they did what they loved, and they wouldn't regret doing what they wouldn't regret sort of doing something else, or they don't regret doing something else, right? So yeah, maybe there's no limit. I mean, because the sort of, is there like a general limit, right, to when you should stop and sort of do something else? Because really, it's your life, it's your choice. So the limit, yeah, the limit is personal. Yeah, the limit is personal. So it isn't something I can say, okay, so scratch that, right? You can, the limit of where you should stop is your own limit, right? Yeah, I think that. So yeah, do what you want, right? But I encourage people, and I recommend that you do what you love, because sort of making your daily life into something that you enjoy doing can do a lot for your mental health, physical health, and such, because it can have like an indirect, is that the word, indirect um, sort of consequence on other things, right? So I train. I didn't train today though, because I have a rest day. I mean, look at my face. um, but I train usually, and with that comes, you know, a better mood, and a better mood comes for eventually sort of a better day, and less stress and more control and such, right? And I do train because I like it, and I like playing football. So let's say I go and play football, I get in a better mood, I relax. Let's say I play guitar, I get in a better mood. Or yeah, the guitar is you get in a better mood if you actually succeed in what you're trying to do. Other than that, it may become, you know, a bit mentally tough. But I think we all can relate when we're trying to play an instrument and sort of getting better and it doesn't work. That's sort of the whole part. It's a bit more, it's a bit more often of, or a bit more, you know, continuous failure all the time you're playing guitar, just wrong note, right? So there's a bit more often failure there, I think. But yeah, just do what you like, man. That's the main message I'm trying to say. Do what you like. It's really that simple. No, it isn't. Because also the sort of the belief and sort of the ridiculous dream of, it's crazy to think that way, but it's so ambitious. It's so ambitious that you sort of, it empowers you, right? And I remember the first day I was an extra. Um, it was like so it made my month, right? Because I sort of had that really ridiculous belief of, now it's coming. Now I'm on my way towards becoming an actor, even though I'm not, but hopefully, but that isn't necessarily what you need to do, but sort of the belief. And yeah, you can be a bit, I don't know the word for it, but when you're sort of thinking about something crazy that isn't sort of the reality, it's probably like a simple word. I don't remember it, but hey, I'm not English, Jesus. But it's on my tongue. But you know what I mean. You sort of think about that, and it makes your day, but at the same time, be humble and be real. But it makes you sort of very, very, makes everything lighter, usually. So yeah. But anywho, my hair is falling off. Lovely. Yup. It's amazing. Today I am going to eat with my grandparents. That is going to be very, very fun. We're going to have a lovely time. And thank you for them for buying me and my brother food. Appreciate that as well. But for now, we're going to eat, and then we're going to do some school or something like that before we're going to go. And I have to take a shower as well. So lovely. And I won't sort of take much of your time anymore. So yeah, hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best. Have a laugh. And as always, have a laugh, have a smile, and be kind. I don't have all the answers. I don't have the facts at everything, but that is sort of part of life now, to just learn and sort of become a better person of yourself. Take care. Goodbye.